What sneakers resell in 2023? And while times have definitely changed, we went from every single Dunk Low reselling for over £300 to now sitting on JD shelves, sitting in Foot Locker, and sitting on most retail stores. So in today's video, we're going to be covering the 3 best sneaker models you should look into to buy and resell for a profit. Within this, I'm going to be giving you the pros and cons within each one, so that you can look out for these models and most importantly, make a bit of money in the future. So let's get into it. The first model we're going to be talking about is the Jordan 4s. The Jordan 4 comes in many different colorways and there's usually one new model every single month. If you are from the UK, you will know how much of a staple it is within the UK streetwear scene. And there's a lot of people who aren't really interested in the sneaker scene, however, will love to wear Jordan 4s, and you see them wearing in the public all the time. I mean, I've asked normal members of the public what sneaker they think is best, and most likely it's either a Jordan 4 Black Cat, Military Blacks, Midnight Navies, all of these popular Jordan 4s. So let's get into the pros and cons of this sneaker model in terms of reselling. Let's look on the bright side and start off with the positives. The positives being, as we just mentioned, the demand for the sneaker, especially within the UK, is massive. The reason being because it's a very, very clean colorway, it's easy to wear, and it's well known with everyone. This sneaker can diversify in all different outfits, and the biggest point being is that it appeals to the public rather than just sneakerheads. Another big positive for the sneaker is they can resell for a lot of money. This Jordan 4 SB Pine Green retail for £200 and resell is sitting above £350. The Jordan 4 University Blue retail for £180, resells for nearly £400. This is the same for the Military Blacks, this is the same for the Midnight Navies, and even the Jordan 4 that only released a couple weeks ago retailed for £190 and resells for £230 to £260. So there is great profit to be made and great demand for the sneaker. How can there be any negatives? Well, unfortunately, as I just mentioned, the retail for the sneaker is quite a lot of money, not to mention the resell. Jordan 4s can retail anywhere from £180 all the way up to £220 depending on which Jordan 4 it is. And I'll be honest, this is quite a lot of money to wear on your feet. Not to mention the resale price being more than that. This does put a lot of people off when it comes into the general public, especially with the economy being quite down at the moment. How many people actually have £250, £300 to spend on a pair of shoes? And the final negative of the Jordan 4s, unfortunately, is they don't really release that much. We're lucky to see a new one every single month, and even if it's a new one every single month, that doesn't mean they're gonna resell. There are some ugly looking Jordan 4s, and if they look ugly, they're probably not gonna resell. For example, we've had the Canyon Purples. They're still sitting at the same price and there's been no money to be made. We also saw a surprising one with the Photon Dust Jordan 4s, which is an okay looking colorway, but no profit to be made. However, with that being said, it's got to be in the top 3 sneakers to resell in 2023, because when there is a good colorway and there are plenty of it, you can make a lot of money off these sneakers. Now let's move on to the next model, and this is going to be talking about Dunks. Now I know I mentioned Dunks used to resell for £300-400. Well, yes, times have changed, but you can still make quite a lot of money from them. And as always, let's start with the pros of this sneaker. Dunks are like the opposite of Jordan 4s because these can only cost £60 to £100 to buy, which is a massive advantage for this sneaker. And just like Jordan 4s, the demand for the sneaker is also massive within the UK and the EU. I mean, anyone watching this video, let's be honest, you have all seen a Panda Dunk being worn in public. Very clean looking sneaker, comes in all different shapes and colours, so there is a Dunk for everyone out there, which is another pro. There is so many different colorways, you can even custom make your own colorway on the Nike app. But with all the pros, there is also some negatives. The main one being, they don't really resell for loads of money. A normal Dunk Low, you're lucky to make £10 to £40 on this sneaker, with some of them even sitting still at retail. And the last negative for the Dunk Lows is it's quite a saturated market, meaning as much as it is a pro for there to be loads of different colorways, it can also play a little bit of a negative. Dunks are massively stocked and it can be quite saturated. However, the pros definitely outweigh the cons when it comes to this sneaker. With only a small retail, the actual return on investment investment can actually be a lot better than a Jordan 4. But if you've only paid 60 quid, you've made a 50% return on investment there. So buy 5, 10, 20 pairs of them and you're looking very, very good. So definitely nice looking dunks, sell them in the right places, you can make quite a lot of money from this. And the last one that has to be said and is the most lucrative one to get into, and these are Nike collabs. Let me give you some examples. Travis Scott Jordans, Travis Scott dunks, Off-White dunks, Cortez Air Maxes, SB collabing with so many different skate stores out there, such as the Yuto Horogomes, the Why So Sad, the April skateboards, the Crenshaw. There's so many different SBs and collabs that have all resold for so much money, guys. So let's look at the pros of these collabed sneakers. First pro has got to be the demand for these sneakers. Everyone wants a Travis Scott sneaker. Everyone wants these Off-White collabs. These are so highly demanded that it causes astronomical resale prices. So the first two pros have got to be the demand for these sneakers, and the resale of these sneakers is massive. Retails for £140 and resales for nearly £1,000. The next pro being is they're bringing a different audience and a niche audience to Nike and sneakers. For example, some of these are small skate stores that they do collab with, and it brings a different audience who are fans of that skate shop, for example, and brings them over to the sneaker game, meaning you can sell and kind of jump in with this niche and make quite a lot of money. By far, these are the most profitable sneakers to get and make a lot of money from. However, this also comes with its negatives. And you're probably all guessing it, but the first negative and the biggest negative of all of these sneakers from the collabs is that they are so limited and so hard to get. Sometimes they're only dropping single digits, a couple thousand worldwide for these sneakers. And with there being millions of people trying to get this sneaker, it almost becomes impossible to get your hands on them for retail. But if you want to learn how to start sneaker reselling yourself, well, I'll suggest joining KaiKicks Apprentice, because this is a group where we teach you everything you need to know about. Proven to teach over 1,000 different people how to start sneaker reselling. Be like the people you see on screen and join today. Top link down in the description. All the releases, all the support, how to start botting, where to sell, how to make money reselling. We cover it all, guys. So yes, these collabs are very, very limited and hard to get. However, the prices completely outweigh the negatives. Another negative, unfortunately, being is the upped retails. Some of these Off-White collabs or these Travis collabs usually increases the retail by a little bit. I mean, we saw Dior Jordan 1s that cost a couple thousand retail, or we saw the LV Air Forces that were about $4,000 to buy. Yes, they come with massive profit margins, however, these are quite steep prices to invest into a shoe. And the other negative for these sneakers is, unfortunately, they don't really release as much. Unlike Dunks, where we have one dropping every week, or Jordan 4s, one dropping every month, we're lucky to get a couple hype collabs a year. They keep these very limited, and they do not launch many different collabs. I mean, this year we've had a good couple ones with the Yuto Horogomes, we've had the SB4s, we've had the April skateboards coming out, we've had the Jordan 1 Travises, but apart from that, there hasn't really been much more, meaning you are very limited, and when one does come round, it's still very hard to cop, guys. Like I said, you're going to get everything you need to know about sneaker reselling within KaiKicks Apprentice, and make sure you do check it out and join today. If you want to buy sneakers from myself, check out my Instagram, KaiKicks.uk, or my website, KaiKicks.co.uk, where you can buy 100% authentic, reputable sneakers from myself. If you've enjoyed today's video, subscribe to the channel. We give you everything sneaker related and all the sneaker news you need over here. Like today's video, comment down below your favorite sneaker, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.